it's still a long season, a couple more 3-hour races, but yeah, I'm feeling good out of long 3 months of just training and a whole lot of riding and no racing. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Kind of weird driving to the race again by myself. Normally I'm just co-pilot, but yeah, I'm excited, ready to hopefully execute the start and have a good 2.5 hours battling with the boys. I thought it was a super good layout, just for kind of gives you everything of what Glen Helen has to offer. Coming here knowing it was a hare scramble, I knew they were going to put in the good stuff, and yeah, I'm excited. When you're able to use all the hills of Glen Helen and get in the single track and get in the good stuff, it's cool, because it's like this place has it. And yeah, all in all, I'm just excited. The track looks good. You guys did a great job, and you mixed in the high speed with the moto track, with the single track, and with it, it's going to be dry, but I think it'll still be raceable.
It's like my home race, we can say. I just live 1 hour away from here, so yeah, really looking forward. Maybe a little redemption from the beginning of the year, that Matteo just up on the podium in GPC and I was just down. So maybe let's see tomorrow. But no, for sure the heat is gonna be brutal, but we are here, and the same for everybody. So I think everybody's ready, and let's get the race start, and let's see where we at. I think we race in even tougher condition than this, so it's not big deal. Maybe the track is getting a little bit wider, because yesterday was still some bushes and all the stuff. So yeah, I think the track is gonna be very challenging, especially because I think from lap 2 we will have lappers as usual. So the dust and the single track will be challenging, but we try to manage and see at the end of the race where we at.
I don't know that it's ever going to be something that'll be 100% with the injury I had without taking 9 months, a year off. I will say I actually think it was a good thing for me, because, you know, my knee might not be quite at 100%, but it made me be 100% in my training, my focus, with everything else, because I have to be, or else it's just not going to work. So yeah, it's probably as good as it's going to be. It doesn't really bother me or anything, and I think I'm actually riding better now than I was before, because I had to up my focus with what I have going on. So yeah, it's just something I got to manage, and I think everybody out here has something at some point that they just got to deal with. So yeah, it's next weekend's obviously more of a focus for me right now than this weekend, especially with how quick of a turnaround it is. It's pretty tough. It looks like it's probably not going to be too hot next weekend, but 6 days from now. So you know, as much as I'd like to just come out here and potentially capitalize on Dante missing a race and whatnot, and make up some points on these guys, definitely not rolling over tomorrow. I'm going to give it what I have, but I have to keep in mind that the bigger goal is the Hare and Hound Championship, which is next weekend.
Yeah, just been drinking a lot of water every day. At least like 1.5 gallons of water a day. And then lots of electrolytes, and just staying out in the heat a little bit. Came down and rode here on Thursday, so I got to ride in it a little bit. And yeah, then I e-biked it, so just get acclimated with it and drink water, and that's the best you can do. The heat will definitely, everyone will feel it. It's going to come down to the last hour or 30 minutes probably. So I think the heat's definitely a factor.
I plan on just seeing how I feel when I get out there and just riding around, and you know, seeing where my limit is. This isn't too bad. I just got back from Tennessee Knockout, and it was about the same temperature, and the Donner Pass hard enduro was about like this. So I've been riding in the heat a lot this summer, so it hasn't been horrible. Trying to branch out and just keep in shape throughout the summer, because it gets real dry and dusty in fire season up in Washington, so it's kind of tough to ride sometimes. Yeah, it's just, I mean, everything kind of comes to a halt during the summer, so it's tough to stay in shape.
I'm expecting it to be really hot, and just stay on top of fueling, getting water in, getting carbs, electrolytes during the race, and before, been drinking lots of water. Another day to get after it, suffer, it'll be fun. I don't think anybody's really comfortable in it, but it's something you got to deal with. I can't make it cooler, so just got to deal with it the best I can. My trainer, Jared Becker, had me working all season, training, riding. I did one enduro to prep for 6 days, and other than that, I've just been practicing.
Based off of my last 2 years in this series, I mean, it's hard not to go in with the same goal of like being at the top step. I've been at this point in the middle of the season, so I wouldn't say it's ever expected because you can't play out a championship ahead of time, but it's definitely the plan, and you know, you got to execute the plan, and so far I've done everything right to execute that plan, so you know, we're just happy to be here. Yeah, I've done a lot of racing at Glen Helen as a whole, so I mean, I kind of in a way could have expected what the course was going to be, but I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's pretty off-roady, so I'm really happy with that. It's a lot of single track, so you know, happy that you guys didn't go the route of like just taking the NGBC course or the Works course and then just putting us on that. So, but then it also, yeah, has a good mix between some fast stuff and then a lot more technical, which I'm happy about. I think it's gonna definitely, you know, separate the racers and just us as well. So I'm happy to see what, you know, how it plays out, but you know, I feel pretty confident at Glen Helen. So, you know, I'm just happy with the course and then happy to see where we stack up.
I think it's going to be hot either way. It's usually like 90s at my house, but to be completely honest, I didn't really check the weather until like a few days before for the race. So I was awfully surprised when it said like over 100, but I mean, it is what it is. Figure it out. I don't know, I've also only raced here once, so I don't have that much advice for Glen Helen per se, but I would just say, like, don't get yourself worked up, you know, just have confidence in yourself and just race your own race, go out there and have fun. Don't stress it too much, I think. Excited. I put in a lot of work this summer and I'm excited to get back to racing, and yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
I'm feeling pretty good. I think Glen Helen isn't really my favorite, but you know, you just gotta approach each race with confidence and know that regardless, you gotta get the job done and keep moving forward with it. So yeah, I think it'll be a fun race. It's gonna be hot, of course, so we'll just take it as it is. I did a lot of trail riding and enjoyed my summer quite a bit. Did some good training and just had a good time, really. Kind of expecting some dust, and I guess just to see where it goes.
Part I try to always say smooth is fast. Today for me it was pretty smooth sailing, so I was able to really reel it in and find a comfortable speed that I was okay going, and you know, if I had to go more I could go more and I had more in the tank. So for me today it was good. You know, I didn't have to go, you know, out of my comfort zone. Sometimes yeah, a technique just goes out the window and you're like, I'm just gonna throw something at the wall and hope it sticks. But sometimes that's what you gotta do, because sometimes you do it in a race and then you go practice the next week after that race and you're like, wow, I feel so much better on the bike. I feel like I finally, you know, moved past that plateau, because I feel like there's definitely a lot of plateaus in racing dirt bikes and making progress. So it's like you're gonna climb a little ledge, but then you're gonna be at a plateau for a while. So yeah, I definitely feel like sometimes it's good to go all balls out and just see what happens. But yeah, sometimes it could bite you in the butt, but for the most part, you know, see what sticks and then run with it.
have, Ava.
How was the race? Tell me.
It was good. I executed my plan perfectly, got the whole shot, and just checked out because I knew it was going to be dusty, so I knew I could capitalize on the dust that I was making for the other girls. So, I looked back around lap 2, and I looked like I had a decent gap, so I was like, okay, no need to go crazy or risk anything. I was a little mean to the lappers today, but, I was hot and pissed off, so.
Do you have another lap in you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd go another 2, honestly. Simultaneously, the fastest I've gone and the slowest I've gone in a very long time. Brutal out there. What up, kid? Guess what? Racing. We're gonna spray champagne today. What? Because I got second. I fake. Did you watch? Yeah, I figured.
Heck yeah, P2, come here. Nice warm weekend at Glen Helen. Thank you for WHS for putting on a great race, and we're super stoked here to be here and have some fun, It's racing during the summer. It's what it is. It's tough.
That was a warm one for sure. But it's just hard to get around people because there's no passing except for in the fast stuff.
I got a good start, and then I tried to pass Matteo on the first corner. I got him, but unfortunately the second corner he railed the outside, and the line I took was not the greatest. So he passed me, but I got him on the top of the Mount Helen.
Kind of jumped a little wide, and he was able to sneak back underneath me, but I stayed close enough to be able to make another pass, and then I ran it in, went down, and then I was trying to charge and probably charging a little bit too much for how hot it was.
I thought those guys were a little crazy going out as fast as they went out with the temperatures and everything. It's been a long time since I've raced in this kind of heat, but I've been known to just go too early, too quick, and kind of blow up. Yeah, I executed it exactly how I wanted to. Maybe the first half of the lap to a lap was a little bit slower than it really should have been, but yeah, maybe a little bit more intensity, but today with the heat, that was kind of my game plan all along. Decent start and then just sit in for an hour.
I was relaxed at the beginning. The first 3 laps I was pushing but not going crazy because I know the heat was coming to play after the first hour, I was guessing. But I tell you the truth, this summer I was working hard. I was training only at noon in Italy with 100% humidity and maybe the same temperature as here, so I was feeling great. And from lap 4, when I saw the gap was over 2 minutes, I say, oh, let's make it to the end, and the track was fun. The real track, Glen Helen is amazing. The main track is amazing, the vet track is amazing, the track is super fast and nice, so I think you guys did a great job for the race, and looking forward to come here again pretty soon.
Yeah, honestly, the dust wasn't bad. There was one ridge where it was absolutely horrible, but other than that, you could make up time, so it wasn't bad. But definitely the heat, that's all mental toughness. The whole game is mental toughness. So that's probably one of the things maybe I got to work on. Is just stay strong-headed and then just not let things get out of hand. It's yeah, it's hot, but we're all dealing with it. You know what I mean? So it's you just got to stay hard.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I was talking about yesterday in the press conference, like a hare and hound, most of the time it's so dusty, you just have to go right out of the gate because there's not much passing. Today I knew there'd be plenty of passing opportunities, so I wasn't as concerned about going as fast immediately, you know? So, yeah, it's that was my plan.
Thanks to Alessandro, my guide and my mechanic that was helping me here for the first time, and got the first win on the first race. It's pretty sweet. I want to say thanks to Tribros, Hatch Racing, Gas, Alpine Star, Oakley, Seven, Bell, Acerbis, and Recluse, Mr. Wolf, Moose Balls, and everybody that helped me out. Intech USA, and see you in Washougal.
No, I enjoyed it. Track was sick. Bit hot for my liking, but got used to it, got over it. So, all in all, it was a good day, and might have to come back for a few more. Yeah, the heat kicked my ass like every lap. You come through again, like get sprayed with water, and then you were good for 10 minutes. But then once that dried out, it was just like your feet were so hot, like everything was so hot. Like I ran out of sweat and just started cramping on that last lap. Like pretty ridiculous, but yeah, the boys pushed you pretty hard too.
Off the start, I think I was like 5th, but I was able to work myself into like 3rd. So I came in first lap, 3rd, quite a bit ways back. No, I was happy getting up there, and then just tried to flow for a while, but had Jaden behind me trying to push me, so never really had a time to relax. So I had to keep pushing. Pretty much rode that whole race at like 95%. So yeah, pretty tired.
No falls, just kept it pretty cool, and just really tried to push hard the first half, and kind of drained myself pretty good. So I was having fun. TBT got my bike set up really good for this event. We did a new suspension setting just for down here in Glen Helen. So it worked awesome. I didn't blister, never had any big close calls, nothing. So I was really excited with that.
you know, if I was trying to sort of sprint, put a gap in and rest, when I tried to rest, they would come straight back onto me. So I had to push the whole race. There was no coasting or anything. So yeah, it was just try and get through the tight stuff clean and then push real hard on the motocross section. Just sort of seeing him every lap. He was closer and closer. I sort of just went, yeah, it's time to pick up the pace a bit. And yeah, I was pushing so hard those last few laps. So hats off to him. Yeah, he rode badass. So all in all, yeah, I was pretty happy with today.
It does help to have someone pushing you and making you go faster when you don't want to sometimes. So, I mean, I was happy Jaden pushed me back up to the front, and I was super close to grabbing the win, just couldn't get it done.
I'm happy with it. You know, it's kind of tough out here with the dust to really make passes or just honestly follow people. So I'm happy with it. Not really my thing out here in the desert and fast. So just kind of glad that the final 2 rounds are going back into the trees and we'll get back into the flow of things.